The 2-year acting program at the Maggie Flanigan Studio provides actors with the foundations they need to have long careers. In this video, Jess Tom reflects on the 2-year program and Meisner training.
So to be totally honest, I think that before I started at Maggie Flanigan Studio, I had no idea that acting training was actually real. I had been studying acting, or thought myself to be studying acting, for about 10 years at the time that I started here. And I just didn't have any sort of foundation in technique. I thought that I could memorize the lines, have an idea, okay, this part I'm really angry, this part I'm really happy, and then just show up and do it. And then whatever happened was left to chance.
Well, what happened during the 2 years that changed your perspective on training?
During the 2 years that I've been at Maggie Flanigan Studio, I've learned that acting is something that you actually have to take seriously if you want to be any good at it. I've learned that it's an actual craft with actual work that you need to put into it. That you need to be able to go home and do this preparation and actually work on the script before you can come in and just decide that you're going to do whatever you want. Yeah.
Well, what happened during the 2 years that was a surprise or that changed you? What did you learn about yourself?
I feel very surprised all the time. When I came to the studio, I was very emotionally locked up. You know, you get really locked up just living in New York City, having to interact with all these people every day. And through the work that I've been doing at Maggie Flanigan Studio, I kind of turned the faucet on to my sensitivity. I am more honest with myself. It's much easier for me to be in touch with how things make me feel and not the way that I think I'm supposed to feel or the way that society has decided I should feel in this or that situation. I'm more empathetic. I'm more emotionally mature. I'm trying to grow and become a better person and not just a better actor.
Well, now that you're done with the 2-year program, how do you feel about starting your professional career?
I feel nervous, of course. Especially as somebody who doesn't have already a foundation in a professional career. But I feel prepared. I feel like I have a really, really good technique and that I know how to actually start to work on a script or work on a side for an audition. I think that before I had this idea that everything was sort of up to chance. And you know, you hear 100 no's before you hear a yes, so it was just this like mathematical probability thing, and I had no control over it. But now I feel like I actually have control over the kind of work that people see me do and the way that I represent myself.
And why did you come here? Why did you come to Maggie Flanigan Studio? There's a lot of places you can study, a lot of conservatories, teachers, but why specifically this studio and these teachers?
So the way that I came to Maggie Flanigan Studio is kind of a funny story. I'm not an actor primarily. I work as a stand-up comic, a writer, and also an actor now. And what happened was I had been living in New York for about a year, and my friend, who is also a multidisciplinary artist, was here at Maggie Flanigan Studio. And one day we hung out and we had a conversation where he was like, I'm studying at this acting school, it's called Maggie Flanigan, but it's not just an acting school to teach people to become the best actors. It's actually about helping people grow and become themselves as artists. And if you go through this program, you will become your most powerful self. And there was just no way that I could resist something like that. So I kind of spontaneously decided to apply and come in for an interview and start the program here. And I've just become more of myself. I'm starting to become the best self, the best artist that I think that I could be. And I think that it's really incredible that it's an acting program like this one that's helping me do that.
For more information about the 2-year acting program at the Maggie Flanigan Studio, contact the studio directly by calling 917-789-1599.